Calm down, honey. Good morning, y'all. See if anybody hops on this morning. Calm down, bud. I don't know if anybody's going to hop on this morning. I might have to talk to myself. Drink coffee by myself. So cold outside, I don't even want to be in my house today. Outside doing animal chores, getting all the dogs breakfast, feeding the chickens, and drinking my coffee. Feels good out this morning. Feels like fall. I wish my house felt like this. Oh, goodness gracious. I need a more comfortable chair for these lives. Sorry, Josh. Can't read your message. I'm live. You should be here. I see somebody in here. So I decided just to hop on live while I was out here having coffee anyway. I thought I'd chat with y'all. But apparently everybody's still sleeping. Chester, what do you got? Don't chew that, bud. Silly dogs. So I'm solo this morning. Lewis is at work. Kids are all inside eating breakfast still. It's so quiet out here. Besides the roosters crowing and the dogs jingling, it's so peaceful this morning. No traffic behind me. No neighbors awake. Now I see why people get up early. Chester! Chester! Don't do that, bud. What are you trying to eat? Oh. I gotta go see what he's eating. Hang tight. Chester, what do you got, bud? Apparently he had nothing. Sorry. Good morning, Christy. I knew somebody was on. I didn't schedule this, so nobody knew about it. But, oh well. Thought I'd hop on and say hello to everybody. It was a rough day here yesterday. Rough day for our birds. While we tried going live yesterday, we lost one of our teen ducks. She got mauled to death by one of my dogs. And then at lockup, we realized that our wild duck Vanilla went missing. and we still don't see her. We don't know if she flew off or what, but this morning we woke up to one of our roosters dead. He wouldn't lock up last night, despite our best efforts to get him in the coop. There was just no enticing him. He was just so stubborn, and woke up and he had been mauled by, I think, one of the surrounding dogs. These dogs around here are terrible. We don't have like fox issues or raccoons or possums or coyote or anything, but we have issues with the neighbors' dogs, which ticks me off because we shouldn't have to worry, you know? We shouldn't have to worry about other people's pets. They should be kept on their own properties, and we've had this issue the whole time we've been here, but poor guy. He was such a good boy, too. And we knew it wasn't a wild animal because if it was, he would have just been dragged off and eaten. But these dogs around here, they just kill because they just want to kill things. They don't want to eat them. So they left his body and all his feathers and whatnot. So another burial today. Still don't know where Vanilla went. But Vanilla flew in to us unexpectedly in February during the cold snap that we had here, the frozen tundra when our pipes froze. We had tons of snow, super, super cold. Vanilla showed up on our property, and we didn't know where she came from. She looked like a male mallard, but she was a girl. So we knew she was like a mutt. She was a mixture of something. Super cool duck, though. We thought she would leave when we set her free. Like, we took her in, we fed her, watered her, checked for injuries or any medical issues, and we found that she was fine. So we kind of kept her inside in a brooder to stay warm because it was so cold. And then when we released her onto the property, we thought she'd fly away because she could fly. But she stayed. We were shocked. And this was back in February. She's been with us all these months and she's not left. And so we thought it was weird. At lockup, I said, where's Vanilla? I don't see her anywhere. And my son had just collected one of her eggs that morning. So I know she's been here within the last couple days. We must have just, I don't know, she must have just wandered off. Yeah, unfortunately for us, because we have 13 dogs, more than half of those dogs are rescues. So when you take in a rescue or you find a stray that needs a home, they come with history and they come with their own sets of quirks. Unfortunately, Miko, he's a pit bull. He's not vicious. He's not vicious towards us. He's super sweet, super lovable dog. He's never nipped at my children. He's never hurt one of us. I mean, he'll like jump on you to death, but this dog has a thirst for killing small animals. When we first got him, he was still a puppy. He had gotten out of we had a 10 by 10 by 6 kennel that we let him hang out and outside so that he can get fresh air, because in the house he needed to be in a kennel also because he was so hyper. He would jump on the kids and he just wouldn't calm down. He had like ADHD, like badly. So we would keep him at night in a big enough kennel where he could get up and walk around. But we started to feel bad that he was stuck in that cage all the time. So we bought a 10 by 10 by 6 kennel, and he got to stay outside. But the dog destroys anything that he puts his mouth on, including the chain link. He will pry the chain link open and he will sneak his way out. So we had to start like putting him on a lead inside the kennel, because if he gets out and gets to a neighbor's property and kills their chickens or hurts one of their animals, I mean, they're going to shoot him. And so for his safety, the safety of our birds, we kind of set up that situation for him. But he's gotten out of his kennel before. He's broken off the lead, snuck out of the kennel, and has gotten back onto our property. But yesterday, he didn't even get out to be able to kill Mochi. She stuck her head into his chain link because she saw dog food on the ground, and he literally bit her head off. I was so disgusted the way that we found her. Hey, Ed, good morning. I did not let anybody know that I was going live. I actually texted you, but you didn't respond. I showed you what my my watch hours went up to, but I didn't hear back from you. This was just a surprise coffee chat because I'm here by myself, up super early, drinking my chicory coffee. Oh wow, 5 Pyrenees mixes and a 17-year-old long-haired dachshund. That's awesome. We have one a Pyrenees puppy. We got him from our friend Victor, who was the tree service friend of ours that helped fill the garden beds in a couple of our videos. We went to his property to pick up lumber for the garden, and I saw this white puppy there, and he was so cute. So we went there for lumber, and I came home with a puppy. So we have one Great Pyrenees, but we've got 2 puppies. We've got Miko the pit bull. We rescued Bandit when he was Bandit was shot and collapsed on our property, so he's been with us a few years. Roxy and Coco came from our back neighbor who couldn't take care of him anymore. And then we have 5 Chihuahuas. 5 Chihuahuas were our pets when we moved here. So they came with us. They were pets. They weren't rescues. But everybody else that we've accumulated since being here has been rescued. I didn't give you a chance to reply back. I just woke up. Are you still in Texas, Ed? Or did you drive through the night? Yeah, this heat's got me being a morning person now, apparently. I'm usually sleeping until 10 a.m. But these last 3 or 4 days, I've been up between 6 and 7. It's just so hot. I don't even want to be in bed anymore. So I've been getting up, keeping busy. We got a lot of work to do here anyway, so I really shouldn't be sleeping. So much to do. So much to sell. And then this weekend, we're going to be leaving Saturday for the new property. Hopefully start cutting in a driveway. That's going to be exciting. What do you see? You see the people? Still in Texas, headed to Dallas. Hey, my sister's in Dallas right now. She lives up in New York, back home where I'm from, but she went with her girlfriends on a momcation. She's in Dallas. This is like her dream. She has been wanting to go to Dallas for as long as I can remember, her whole life. She finally got to go. She looks so happy. She's glowing. I said, Texas looks good on you, girl. I think I need a momcation. Oh, that's awesome. See, that's what I'm saying. Like Miko, if a human comes onto the property, he'll lick them to death. You know, one would think their breed is known for a lot of bad things, but he really was he's a good dog. He loves us. Do you need something, bud?
Yeah, but was there something come outside?
If they stay on that side of the property, because you know what Ben did yesterday during my live? He just kept coming over here and asking for food and drink and this and that. And so just tell him to stay by the place at. Yes, Ed, I'm a Yankee from New York. Born and raised in Western New York. We're from Buffalo. We left New York in 2012. We went on vacation to Northwest Arkansas and practically never went back. We left April 1st from vacation in Arkansas back to New York because our vacation time was over. Excuse me. And I cried because I loved Arkansas so much. I loved the weather, the people. It was like, I think we got there March 26th or 27th. We celebrated Jaden's 5th birthday there. And I fell so in love with Arkansas that on the drive back, I cried and I told Lewis, I can't go back to New York. I need to be here in Arkansas. This is where I need to be. And he joked, oh, maybe one day we'll move there. Well, April 1st came around, got back home, and I was just miserable there. I cried for days, just didn't even like sob or try to cry, but just like every time I thought about being in Arkansas, I just had tears welling up in my eyes, just pouring down my face. He saw how miserable I was, and by June 1st, same year, so 2 months later, I had our stuff sold. I had us packed. I had reserved us a duplex in Rogers, Arkansas. I had utilities switched over into our names. Lewis had his job transfer set, and we drove 1,100 miles back down to Arkansas, and we stayed there for 6 years until we moved up where we're at now in Missouri. What part of New York? Buffalo, Western New York. We're from right along Lake Erie. You lived in Glens Falls. That sounds familiar, but I'm not sure what part of New York that is. We moved back home twice while living in Arkansas because the first time was like a year and a half after leaving. We were super homesick. We hadn't met very many people. We missed family. We just missed like familiar faces. And so we thought like the best thing for us was to go back. But we quickly realized that was a mistake. We only stayed back in New York for 7 weeks before I was like, I can't do this. New York just isn't for me. We went back. But then again, in the end of 2016, we stupidly went back again because we had good friends in New York who they offered us this deal of a lifetime. We had still been renting in New York, but we were like strongly desiring to own land in the country, and we weren't ready to buy. We couldn't find any rentals in the country in Arkansas, and the Arkansas wasn't making me miserable, but just being in the city was. It was really hard for me to be in the city. I hated it. I hated being around people so closely. So when they offered us an acre with a huge farmhouse, with a well and a big barn, and I mean the neighbors that were going to be across the street had 7 children. We had 8 at the time. So like the whole situation was just super perfect. We went back and we were actually really happy. We stayed 4 months that time, and the only reason we left is because they screwed us over. The deal of a lifetime became hell, and we ended up having that house practically sold under our feet. They promised us to rent until we were ready to buy, and that didn't happen. They actually tried to sell it the whole time we were living there, and we were constantly having walkthroughs done on us, and I was pregnant with Jackson at the time, and so I had 7 kids and 1 on the way, and I was just like, I can't live like this. So 4 months later, we booked it back to Arkansas, and I swore I would never, ever, ever go back to New York, and I haven't since. I haven't been back since 2017, and I have no desire to live there. I have no desire to even visit. I'm happy. I'm super happy in Missouri, actually. There's some good folks in Arkansas. Really, there are. Like, Arkansas was super, super awesome to me, but when we lived in Arkansas, we were constantly coming up to Missouri. Taking the kids on day trips. We would constantly go up to Kansas City where we have friends, and over to Branson, and I mean just so much fun stuff. And the people in Missouri are actually a lot nicer than the people in Arkansas, I found. So we love it here. And so when we bought our house in Missouri, I knew like this was the state for us, but this wasn't the spot for us. So we're selling this property, but our new raw land is still going to be in Missouri. About 45 miles north of Albany. We were 4.5 hours from Albany. That's how far away. I mean, it wasn't terribly far. Albany's 4 hours from Buffalo. I think I've only been to Albany once, and it was to get like a birth certificate or a document, because that's where they print them there. But other than that, I haven't really. I stayed in like the Buffalo, Lackawanna, Orchard Park, Hamburg, Blaisdell area. That was like our main towns where we were from. Lewis was born in Manhattan. He was born in Manhattan. I don't remember when they left though. I know he left. He lived in Puerto Rico. He lived in Florida. But his family ended up making it back to Western New York, and he was raised there the rest of his life until we left. Always wanted a large family, but was only blessed with 2. I ended up being a single mom, so was for the best. We have lots of animal children too. Actually, people see that I have a lot of kids. We have 10 kids, and people think that I always wanted this, but actually I didn't want any for the longest time. And then when I had Michaela, I only wanted 1. And I was happy with 1. But then, what's up? Oh, it's probably Dad from work. Is it a 417 number?
Yeah, but it's calling and then like 2 seconds later hanging up 3 times already.
Did you answer?
No.
Okay, so go back in the house and answer. What's wrong? She's stuck? Why did you dump it all the way over here, sweetheart? Her chain doesn't even reach over here. You want to try to pile some of that back up and go pour it by her? I've been to Buffalo many times. Good morning, Al and Trisha. Yeah, I lived in Buffalo my whole life. I didn't live in Buffalo, but I lived in Lackawanna, which is the town like right outside of Buffalo. But I grew up going to Buffalo. That's where the bars were. That's where the party scene was. They had Shays. Shays movie theater was down there, so everybody, like Buffalo, was the place to be for entertainment and stuff. Your granddaughter's name is Michaela. Grandkids are awesome. And we don't have grandkids yet. My Michaela is 16. 16 is our oldest and 1 is our youngest. Arkansas and Missouri do have very nice people, but but Arkansas is going to get even better as soon as I get there. You are not wrong, Ed. You are not wrong. Hey, Emma. Sunny's Place. Can't stay, but wanted to say good morning. Got to head into work. Well, thanks for hopping on. This was just a quick surprise. Nope, you can go over there and play, okay? You did this yesterday, and I can't get up and get you food, bud. Kid don't ever stop asking for stuff. Trisha went to work. Aw, boo. Hey, Monica. Hello. I just figured I'd have my coffee with you guys. Went live yesterday, and that was all sorts of wonky because of what happened with Mochi, but I figured if I got to be up, why not have people to talk to? Kids are up feeding the dogs. What is this now? Oh, I can't wait to be tucked back in the middle of nowhere. We have so much heavy traffic in the country, it's ridiculous. I think I see more traffic here than I did in this city. Yeah, we miss Mochi. It was super weird last night at lockup. She's so loud that she's just like always in your face because you could always hear her. It was so weird at lockup. And normally, because she gets brought in at night with the teens. No. Over there. Just walking around. She's locked up with the teens and the brooder inside of our house still. And because they were still too little to fit into the coop, I didn't want them to get trampled by our pecans because our biggest pecans are like 7 times the size of Mochi. So she wasn't quite ready to be in the coop yet. So, I mean, even in the morning when we would wake up, we would hear her honking away, and it's just weird. So weird without her. Your kids are always wanting to eat. Yeah, it's Benjamin. One would think I have 10 kids, so it would be like crazy hectic, but it's not. I have 1 kid. His name is Ben. He doesn't shut up. He doesn't stop asking for stuff. It gets so bad where, like, even when Lewis is home, he's like, dude, leave your mom alone. What do you need? Again. I call Michaela a hobbit because she's always wanting to eat. Yeah, my Michaela, she eats. All my kids are normal eaters, but Benjamin, I don't know. That kid must have super high metabolism. He just does not stop. He asks for food while he's eating food. When we're having breakfast, he's asking what's for dinner. We give him a snack, and then you don't see him for 5 minutes, and he's asking for a snack again. It's just crazy. He's just eating all the time. Thundering here. She had to run to West Plains taking kids to a school sports gathering. Sounds fun. It's not thundering here. I don't think we have any storms in the forecast. I saw there, Al, that it's supposed to be 102 today. The high of 102 for you guys. Holy moly. Better run that AC. They go through. No, this is not a spurt, Monica. This is his whole life. Like, it's nonstop. It's all the time. It never, ever, 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 ever stops. He's always been like this. he's not like sickly thin, but he's small. He's skinny. But I think he just has a really super high metabolism where he just needs to constantly be getting more calories because he's active too, so he's constantly running, jumping, playing. He's always outside. Jackson started being like this too, though, just recently. Not as bad as Benjamin because I don't think anybody will ever top Benjamin's appetite. But Jackson, I think, is going through a growth spurt because he's like, I'm hungry, Mom. I just ate, but I'm hungry. I joked yesterday that people always ask me why did you get into homesteading? And I was, did you see the amount of kids I have? It's not cheap to feed these people. You feed them once and they come back. My mom used to say my brother had hollow legs because seriously, he must have this syndrome, this hollow leg syndrome, because we're like, where do you put it, man? Like even when I was nursing babies and they were sucking calories from my body, I didn't even eat that much. This kid eats more than a nursing mom. Was that way too eating all the time? Your youngest is an eater and he's tiny. He's a grazer. Won't sit long for a large meal, but great. See, Benjamin could eat. He could eat at a meal, but like right after, he could eat a huge pasta dish. So that's carbs, you know. He can eat pasta and beans and protein, and within 5 minutes, he's asking if we could have a snack again. And it's just like, dude, like that's ridiculous. You don't need that. We just ate. I have known people that were thin and ate a lot. I think that's it's his metabolism because I'm small too. I could eat. I joke that I could drink large smoothies and still stay my weight and my size. I don't gain. I stay where I'm at. Whereas my oldest, she's a little bit bigger. She's a little bit thicker, but she doesn't eat. She doesn't eat a whole lot, but I had cousins growing up. One was super skinny and one was a little bit overweight. And my overweight cousin, they were brother and sister, so they're same mom and dad. My overweight cousin ate like a bird, and my underweight cousin ate like a pig. And we always joked like, this should be the opposite. Makes me nuts. These are the days I'm thinking. Yes, that's why we have a garden. When we realized that our family was just going to keep growing, I was like, we need to grow food because the grocery store gets expensive. And it's so nice when we are in full production for us to just be able to go pick the food from the property. And we have fruit trees here. The garden's doing great. We aren't at harvesting stage right now, but once we get a ton of food. And it's my goal. What are you barking at? It's my goal this year to preserve as much as possible. Like last year, I was super lazy and not really on top of preserving it, and a lot went to waste. A lot just got eaten fresh, which is great because you want to eat fresh. But like when we would get a couple of items from the garden, we would just eat it fresh, and that would be it. This year, like with my okra, I plan to harvest the okra, slice it up and freeze them on like wax paper lined cookie sheets. That way, as okra comes in small amounts like it did last year, we're not just wasting a couple of okra. We're actually going to just keep freezing. That way we can make fritters and deep fry them and stuff and actually get meals out of our harvests. Yes, it does help to raise our own food. I don't know how I got on before. Just like looking back to when we only depended on the grocery store is scary. And I really don't know how we afforded it because I think it's just getting more and more expensive. Not this weekend, but next weekend I'm coming out to your property. Dude, that's awesome. I wish you could come out this weekend though, but I get it. You're a traveling man. This weekend's going to be freaking awesome. I was not expecting David to volunteer to come help us. That's going to be awesome. I hope that we could start getting our driveway cut in. And so the new property, like we're at this tract and we have the tract next to us, and there's like a driveway started, and it eventually forks off. To the left is their tract, and to the right is ours. But our property isn't at the base of the driveway, and so the people on the other tract have it roped off with no trespassing signs. So when we went to our new property on Sunday, Adam and Al knew the area better than we did. So they walked us over and showed us like where the roped off spot was, because we wanted to see if the roped off spot was on both of our properties or just theirs, or how that worked. And unfortunately, the roped off property is theirs. And so we have to like scooch all the way down to more into our property to start cutting a driveway in to meet up with where that fork in the road, because where the fork is, that is our property. So we have to kind of cut a driveway in from the easement to the fork. And I couldn't tell you how many feet in that is, but it's going to be quite a long driveway. It's nice to rotate your planting each year. I won't plant green beans again until next year because last year we canned enough to keep us set for 2 years. That's how it was with cucumbers for us. Holy crap. This year I only planted 6 cucumber plants, and I'm still nervous that that's going to be too many cucumbers. We were feeding them to our chickens, and we were making cucumber salad. I was canning pickles and relish, and I couldn't do enough with these cucumbers. It got to the point where I got sick of them. I was just like, whatever. We couldn't even give them away. It's supposed to be raining here in Alabama this weekend. Tropical system moving in. I don't think we're due for any rain. We had rain nonstop for like the last 2 months. And I was so sick of rain because it's not even like we were collecting. It just got old. Need to pressure can, water bath, and have a dehydrator. I water bath, but I don't know why. I'm super afraid to pressure can. I think I just need somebody to physically be there with me and show me, and I think I'll feel more comfortable. But I don't know. I have it in my head that I'm going to blow up my kitchen. Hey, Adam. Morning. I have had some of my jars not seal with the new ball lids. I don't have that happen often. It has happened, but thankfully I haven't had too many issues with that. But there's only so much that you can water bath can, so I get stunted in that area. That's why I need to find somebody who already pressure cans, kind of let me hang out and be hands-on with them with their supervision. I think I'll feel better. Yeah, Monica, it's not hard, and I know friends who do it, and I've actually been on the phone, like FaceTime with people who have pressure canned or used their Instant Pot or whatever in front of me. But I just think, I don't know. I can't grasp the concept of letting or like turning it on and off at a certain pressure. And I've heard such bad horror stories about people getting burned badly and blowing up their ceiling. I don't know. I bought a pressure canner 2 years ago, and I stared at it in the box for like 3 weeks, and I finally returned it because I knew I wasn't going to use it. Your mother-in-law is going to work with us on the video this season. A video for pressure canning? Yes, hands-on training that's how I learn best. I can't learn through books or reading instructions. And sometimes I'm such a hands-on learner that I can't even like just watch a YouTube video. Sometimes I really do need somebody physically there with me. Trisha has pressure canned already, then I know where I'm going. See, and I'm going to be doing everything off grid, so we're going to be setting up an outdoor kitchen station. I want to do all my canning out there. That way, if I do blow something up, it's not my kitchen inside the house. So I'll stick with water bath canning until I could find somebody to teach me hands-on, because it's just what I know and what I'm comfortable with. And I can do salsa and tomato products, which is huge for us. We use a lot of tomato products, so it's not like I'm not canning anything. Definitely going to have to stop using freezing as a preservation method, because we're not going to, until we're on solar, actively on solar, I'm not going to have a freezer or anything of that stature. So Gonna have to do a lot of dehydrating and canning. Yeah, I'm super hands-on, which is frustrating because Lewis can hear instructions from somebody. He can read instructions and just do it. And I wonder what that feels like. I wonder what it feels like to be able to just read instructions and then follow through with it, because it's not how my brain functions. I got her an 80 quart canner. That sounds huge. I'm gonna have to have Trish teach me how to pressure can, so I'm not so scared. We had a dehydrator, but it was it's electric. You have to plug it in the house. And when I was switching all of our stuff over to off-grid stuff because I knew that I didn't want to depend on electricity. So I got the dehydrate. I won the Doug and Stacy Sun Oven package, and it came with the dehydrating rack and everything. So I'm going to be doing my dehydrating via Sun. You have a pressure canner and a dehydrator. No, I don't have either. I have 2 Sun Ovens. And I have my water bath canning pots. That's massive. Yeah. 80 quart sounds pretty massive to me. I need to learn more as well. Well, we can all learn together, Adam. We'll all be there helping each other out. And if Trish pressure cans and she's comfortable showing me, I think once I do it for the first time and somebody teaches me how to do the pressure gauge and all that, I think I'll be more comfortable. That's how I was with sewing. I was afraid I was reading the manual and I couldn't figure out my machine based on what the manual was telling me. And I was so frustrated, I was crying. And I get so frustrated with myself because I'm not stupid. I'm actually a very bright individual, but because I can't read written directions and follow what they're saying, it gets so frustrating. And then I don't have friends here. So I've never had anybody be able to come over and be hands-on. I actually had to pay somebody down in Arkansas eventually after I bought my sewing machine. I paid her $20, a local girl, to come out and show me how to run my sewing machine. That's how bad it is. You want a Sun Oven? Yeah, we got the first Sun Oven used on Facebook Marketplace. And they usually sell for like over $300 brand new, just for the Sun Oven, not the package that I won from Doug and Stacy. And this girl only wanted like 120, 140 maybe. So we bought the Sun Oven from her. And I was using one, which is great, but for how many people we have, I knew that I wanted to eventually be 100% cooking off grid. So having multiple Sun Ovens was going to be what I needed. And then when I entered Doug and Stacy's giveaway, I never imagined that I would win. And I was shocked because not only did I win a second Sun Oven, I got the whole freaking dehydrating package. It came with a turkey swing looking thing. So you could roast a freaking turkey in the Sun Oven. Came with a wax paper, instructions, recipe book. It was super awesome. We got 2 old screen doors. I'm making a dehydrator. And I know you will, Al. And if you find anything on my property over there that will help you with that, steal away. Bye, Monica. Thanks for hopping in. It was fun chatting with you. I'm the same way instructions make me want. Yes. I get so frustrated. If somebody wants to show me hands-on, I am willing to learn, even if I don't grasp it right away, because at least I have somebody physically showing me. But oh my God, when I get things, the first thing I do is I throw out the instructions because I know they're going to be useless to me. And Trisha sews too. See, I knew I loved her for a reason. Yeah, I've been sewing since 2013. And it became my home business. That's how I made money all these years. I have 3 water bath canners to pressure canners and 4 dehydrator. Wow. You're set, Ed. That's why I let you be my friend. You have to bring all that when you visit. Yeah, we'll probably get another pressure canner here soon. Gotta run. Mr. Bill has his eye surgery today. Thanks for stopping in, Adam. Drive safe. Prayers for Mr. Bill. Oh, goodness. I didn't expect anybody to hop on. I didn't plan this. But I figure I'd be on for a little bit at least. I have 3 water bath canners, 2 pressure canners, and 4 Jesus. I have 2 water bath canners with the rack that fits inside. And I've got all my water bath canning supplies. I've got the funnel set and the magnet thing to put the lids on and stuff. Yes, we'll see you in a few days, Adam. And today I'm baking your cupcakes so y'all can finally shut up about my cupcakes. Including you, Ed. I'm making the cupcakes today. The Lala Farm, good morning. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, I just stopped on this morning real quick. Spur of the moment. I was outside feeding the chickens, watering all the dogs, filling up the duck pools for the day, and it felt so cool outside. I thought I don't even want to go back into the house because my house feels like literal hell. So I thought, why not go live? It'll give me an excuse to be outside. You got this? I got what? What do I got? I don't know what I got. Learning to pressure can, you mean? I'm sure I'll be fine. I almost did it by myself. I just was so afraid. I don't know what it is about that pressure gauge that frightens the pants off of me. But I think when somebody shows me and I do it. Roxy, what's the matter? Where'd your bark go? I think she lost her bark. She doesn't ever shut up. But yeah, if Trish will show me. Thanks, Max. You got me all muddy. If Trish will show me how to pressure can hands-on, I think I'll be comfortable. And then that'll really expand my my ability to be able to preserve food for our family, which will be huge. Being able to can everything, not just like acidic things like salsa and tomato sauce and stuff. All right, how do I set a moderator? Ed, you got me, right? No, I don't want to put you in timeout. Somebody tell me how to make somebody a moderator. This is what Alicia had a problem with. I don't want to block Ed or put him in timeout. I want to make somebody a darn moderator. No, that's not how you do it. Something in the wood stack? Yeah, that's Roxy. That's where her lead is. All the big dogs have their own leads so that when we bring them out in the morning, they have somewhere to get fresh air because our dogs are not as awesome as Brutus and Odie. And they will run. They will run fast. They will take off. They run onto other people's properties. And the people around here will just shoot. They'll shoot on site. And because we found Bandit with a buckshot, we just take all the precautions. Dang girl, what? What's that about? Oh, because I didn't answer your text message. I couldn't. I was live, Josh. I was live and I had to ignore your text message. Kelly, do not buy a pressure canner. I will give you one. Why will you give me one? You won't let us help you with a generator. Why would I take a canner from you? Josh, you're in here now. How do I make somebody a moderator? When I click the 3 little dots next to people's names, it just gives me the option to block them or put them in timeout. No, I don't want to touch that. All right. Well, I took care of the problem, but I still need to make somebody a moderator. Didn't let you know that I was, well, I'm sorry. I didn't think that, I mean, I know you care, but I didn't think you cared all like that. Better get back to getting stuff done. Nice visiting with you. Yes, Christy, thanks for chatting. It was super nice to get to know you better today. Roxy, nobody wants to hear you. Nobody. It's Max. Oh, dear Lord. So I'm starting to think that making somebody a moderator is like from a laptop only. You made me one once when you were trying to figure it out. I forgot how you did it. I made you one once. Did I? I thought you... What? No, you made me one during one of your lives, but I think you were on your laptop. My hair today. Do you see this, guys? This is ridiculous. Roxy looks a lot like my dog, Ruthie. Yeah, Roxy we got from the neighbors behind us I was telling you about, Roxy and Coco. Coco's the dachshund. Roxy is a mixture. Her mom's St. Bernard, but she's got like Anatolian and like red coonhound in her. She's a sweetheart, but she barks so much that she lost her voice. She don't shut up. Robertson's Belly Acres, what's up? Did not expect to see y'all in here today. Yeah, I figured I would try a morning live because normally we go Wednesdays at 3, and although we get a lot of people, it's always the same people, and so I figure maybe if I go on in the morning and have a coffee chat, we'll see some new faces. Yeah, I made you one, that's right. I think doing it from Stream. Oh, it's because StreamYard. It's not because my phone. Darn it, so I can't have moderators? Taking a break from mowing. What's that? How do you take a break from mowing? I feel like that's all we do. We're like mowing, and by the time we make it through all 3 acres, we got to start back over again. Gotta go. The goats are yelling at you. Go feed those goats, Al, before I steal them. Put your finger over the name, and it should bring it up. I got your back, most definitely. Well, I was going to try to make you a moderator, Ed, but when I hit the 3, if I hit your little icon, it just pulls your comment up on the screen, and if I hit the 3 dots, it just tells me to punish you. No, you can do it. I just don't know how. Can't do it. You're on StreamYard. So, well, that sucks. So everybody who uses StreamYard can't have a moderator? I think that's pretty crappy. It's not often that I see a troll in here, but it would be nice to have other people doing that so I didn't have to do that. I can't go live unless I'm on StreamYard because I didn't meet. No, it's not the requirements. It's that I don't live. I don't do live from my laptop. That's why I have to use StreamYard. We use StreamYard and we can do it. Well, what the heck? Yes, Ed. 2 more sleeps. Wait, Thursday, Friday. Yes, 2 more sleeps. And then I get to leave and go be in paradise. Touch the name, not the picture. And then it just brings the comment up on the screen. See? And now it takes it off. Hey, Alex, what's up? Love the sound of the birds. Yes, it's so peaceful in the morning. Now I know why people do this morning stuff. No, like Adam and Ridge Life and all them use StreamYard and have mods, right? So I don't understand this. What am I doing wrong? And I'm afraid to click buttons because the last time we did that, Cha-Cha broke my live. Can't put a moderator on because you're in StreamYard. So I'm having half of you tell me that you can when you're on StreamYard. Touch and hold. Nope. That just makes me copy Ed's name. Well, what the heck? See, nothing ever works for me. This is why I hate technology. What works for other people and is super easy, and it never works for me, ever. You had a mini heat wave. Tough for us. We are only used to the bloody rain. Dude, it's going to be 95, 98, somewhere in there here. But over by our new property, the actual high temperature is supposed to be 102. Super gross. That's why I'm up early. I'm not usually a morning person, but it's so hot in my house, I don't even want to be in the house. My coffee went cold, but I don't even care. Don't even care. Because it is beautiful. It feels like when summer is exiting and we're entering into fall, you get those crisp mornings. That's what it feels like until like 10 o'clock. And then it's like the devil's armpit. By the way, I'm a dudes. What's up, dude? Thankfully, we are over the rain. Besides like a 40% chance randomly of storms, we haven't seen any rain. Gotta run. Good visiting. Work calls. You have a great day too. Thanks for stopping by. I didn't expect anybody to come in. I think I was on for like 4 or 5 whole minutes before somebody actually entered. So when people watch this playback, they're going to be like, wow, this girl's ridiculous. Oh, a dude-ass. I didn't catch that. Morning before the heat sets in is so nice. Yes, it is. And I made fun of Lewis and Adam and even Josh all these months for being a morning peoples, and now I see why y'all do it. You have to make someone a moderator when you're not in StreamYard, and you can add me as, yeah, but how do I, like, where do I go to do that? Guys, me and technology, not simpatico. You're lucky I know how to do this. Adam had to walk me through step by step, and even after he explained to me how to do this, the live through StreamYard, I was just like, can you just do it for me? Unless it is super, super self-explanatory, you got me lost. The only reason I even know how to use a cell phone is because of Lewis. If he didn't set everything up for me, I wouldn't even know how to do that. Ask Adam. Well, he just left. He's got to take Mr. Bill to his surgery, so I can't ask Adam. Can you have a FaceTime with Ed and he can show you? Well, if I FaceTime him from my phone, I don't know that I can do anything from my phone. I might. Or maybe when Lewis gets home, we can call him off of one phone and try to figure this out, because I need some moderators. You can make mods in YouTube Studio after the live. Dude. Thank you. That sounds self-explanatory. Jaden? Coffee refill? Because you love me so much? It's cold. Dude, this chicory coffee is awesome. Adam was talking about it in his live yesterday. That Morris Patch of Heaven drinks chicory coffee. So good. It smells super good. I guess it's what chicory is supposed to be easier on your stomach. Yeah? Sure, but if you take off and he starts screaming, because he's like obsessed with you. So go into YouTube Studio, and then what? You got to walk me through like all the steps. Hey, dude, man. What's up? You going for a stroll? He's gonna realize that you left.
No, he won't.
Say hi to all the people. Look at those thighs, y'all. You gonna say hi to the people? He's like, yeah, okay, whatever, Mom.
Right. I was never here.
Now I can't get the tripod to stay upright. Make someone a moderator while you're on StreamYard. You have to make up my moderator before you get on StreamYard. Is the chicory coffee caffeinated? Yeah, Josh. Why else would I drink it? Who drinks decaf? Who's holding your hand for WhatsApp? Hey, Jason, what's up? We're trying to make somebody a moderator, and we're going back and forth about like doing it in StreamYard, not doing it in StreamYard, going onto YouTube Studio. From YouTube Studio, I don't know what steps to take to get to the point where I can make somebody a moderator. I'm out here picking berries, so I'm going to listen to you. I want berries. We got berries on our new property. Did you guys see that in not my last video, but the long video of us on our property? Freaking berries. Super good. Hopefully I can make somebody a moderator after this, because I'm not dealing with stupid people. Oh, hi. You see him? He's so funny. Are those chunks? You see your mama? Look at those toofs. What are you doing? You being a goose? Yeah. Oh, he's going to notice Junior's gone. So this kid is obsessed with Junior. Junior's like his pal. To the point where like this kid don't even want me and Lewis. We're like, we're your parents. We're supposed to take care of you. But Junior does everything. He changes his diapers. He gives him baths. He makes his bottles. He feeds him his food. Because if he's gone from Junior too long, the kid loses his dang mind. And we didn't realize it for a while that he was super, super attached to Junior. until we couldn't get him to stop crying. The one day he was throwing a fit. He didn't want to be held. He didn't want me to put him down. We put him in the stroller. We fed him, changed him, and we were like, what the heck is going on? Junior walks in, and the kid stopped crying, lit up like a Christmas tree, and he was all better. So we were like, he's imprinted on you, Junior. Just making sure non-caffeinated coffee is just dirty water. Yeah, I don't... Dude, I thought we were best friends. Do you not know me that well? I do not drink decaf coffee. Good morning. Was just getting ready to go live for a bit, unplanned, but now I'll wait till you're done. Well, I'm at 55 minutes live, so I'll probably stay on for another 5 minutes and hop off, and then I'll visit with you. Good morning, Alicia. I was watching your garden video this morning. That jazz music got me jamming. You got to tell me where you get your music choices and editing, because iMovie, I've just about exhausted all of my favorite songs from there. But you do make mud out of your coffee, don't you, with cream and sugar? No, I don't use sugar. Dude, man, y'all don't know me. I use whole milk and I use raw honey. I hate sugar. I hate sugar so much. I had to drink sugar in my coffee when we went out to Adam's because he didn't make me coffee, first of all, like he said he was going to. And the supermarket bakery that we walked into in my video that you saw, they only had sugar as an option. So, good morning, Tim. Well, I didn't know if chicory had caffeine or... Well, so it's coffee plus chicory, it says. I was... after Adam had mentioned about Joyce and Jean drinking chicory coffee because it was easier on their stomachs, I looked online and Walmart showed the Community brand. Oh, my back hurts. The Community brand sold chicory coffee. So we went yesterday to look, and it says coffee plus chicory. But the smell is super, super good. It makes a garden video sexy, doesn't it? It does. It really does. It's like, look at me. Look at my naked plants. Oh, Alicia, you're witty so early in the morning. I want to be like you when I grow up. Speaking of coffee, I think more is being delivered to me. I have like the best kids. When we're on our way home from the store somewhere, Jaden will have coffee ready for me because the kid knows what's up. Hi, dude, man. You want to say hi to the new people? I don't think Alicia and Tim got to see you. You see these chunks, y'all? You see these? Junior, don't let him see you. Oh, he's not over here. Lincoln. Dude, man. You can set it down. Thank you, bud. Best kid ever right here. Say hi to everybody. Hi. Brings his mama coffee. Lincoln. Lincoln, dude, man. What's up? You gonna smile for the people? You gonna smile? You're waving? Hi. Yeah, I'm assuming that one of those dogs are the ones that killed Cooper. Oh, Alicia, you missed it, and when I got on. So yesterday we lost Mochi because of Miko, and then last night at lockup we realized we couldn't find Vanilla, and Vanilla's that wild duck that showed up on our property back in February, and then she just never left, so she's just gone. But she can fly, so I'm assuming that she finally decided she had enough of us, so she just flew away. But nobody saw her, which is weird because we're always outside with our birds. And then this morning Lewis walked out for work, and he came back in to tell me that we had a dead rooster. So one of the freaking dogs from around here must have been on our property last night, and Cooper will not lock up at night. He refuses to go into the coop. He refuses to go into the run. Look at the goats. He refuses to get locked up at night, and we hate it because he's so darn stubborn. We cannot entice this bird to get into the run with everybody else. But he never locks up, and he's normally fine, but we found him dead this morning. And if it was something wild, they would have eaten Cooper, but this was just a mangled mess that, like, he's got feathers out everywhere, but they just left his dead body. So Yippee. Bad week for birds, apparently.
They just cracked his neck or something.
They probably did just crack his neck. Your peas are too big. They were only supposed to be 4 feet, but they are 6 and are falling over now. Do you not have your peas on a trellis? Ours were a little droopy, and then I kind of put them on. I hung them onto the trellis, and they gripped on. That's why we put the arches over the pea bed, because peas get all sorts of funky. The first year gardening here, I tried doing it like the do-it-yourself way and just grabbing pallets. We put pallets on their sides like a lean-to, and Lewis used PVC pipes to prop them up. I mean, it worked, I guess, for a little bit, but just the pallets, they were so thick that like the beans and the peas couldn't hang on. The cucumbers grew all funky all over them, and it was actually super hard to harvest. Raccoons will kill a bird and just eat the guts. No, Cooper wasn't eaten. He's completely intact. He doesn't have any puncture wounds on him at all. Just feathers got knocked out. A pile of feathers are next to him and under him, but there was no blood or anything. And the dogs around here do that crap. When we first moved in, we had no birds, but there were wild roosters and hens like already foraging this property. I believe they were hatched on the property and just kind of lived here. They weren't tame. They didn't like people or anything. But one by one, they got pecked off by the dogs. The dogs around here suck. The dogs don't suck. The humans that own the dogs suck. They shot up above the trellis and got so heavy they pulled it over. What kind of peas are you growing? A couple tomatoes are pushing up through the mass. We have our tomato plants were like, oh my gosh. I wasn't going to do a weekly garden video because I thought not much happens in 1 week. So I skipped. I did week 1, week 3, and I was going to do week 5. Yesterday would have been 4 weeks. So I was going to skip this week, but I don't know. I'm thinking about getting in there and filming because it's booming in there. We're going to have to build something around our pumpkin and cantaloupe bed like soon because they're going to start spilling off and going wherever they want. I cannot believe I have 7 people here in the morning. I was like, I'm just going to sit here and talk to myself and look really stupid. What are you doing? You're funny. You see his face? You just want all the people to love you? Somebody looks like they need a diaper. You need a diaper? You need a diaper? Let's see if I can turn that a little more. There we go. Now the people can see you being goofy in the background. Yeah. So what are y'all up to this morning? Kelly, I'm so sorry you had more losses yesterday. I know, yesterday was, it's weird. I was just telling Josh this morning that 2 days ago I had a dream that I walked up to my road and I found a dead bird like we found Talon last week. And in my dream, as I approached the road to find the dead bird, I literally saw like a line of all of my birds were dead down the road. And I thought, oh, this can't be a good sign. Every time I have a bad dream, it ends up coming true. And it's like one by one, my birds are getting pecked off somehow. I guess it means I'd better get dressed. Yes, you cannot be in your bra on your live, Alicia. Isn't sitting here talking to yourself the whole point of YouTube? Yes. Yes, Jason. Oh, I missed. What did I miss? Your compost pile squash plants are my second best looking squash right now. Ever since the meetup, I have been introduced to so many wonderful channels and families, seeing how far it reached. I'm missing comments all over the place. No, Alicia, put your bra on. Oh, are you going to tell the shark story today?
Sharks?
Oh my gosh, Alicia, Country Mama, has the best shark story. So y'all need to leave my live in a minute. I'm going to hop off here so we can go listen to Alicia talk about her shark story. You won't be disappointed. Who's going live after me? Country Mama. Yeah, we got a ton of poison ivy here too, Jason. Sucks. Jack the Pumpkin King, yes. Jack is life. I have Jack socks. I have Jack essential oil diffuser necklace. I have Jack mugs. Thanks for the reminder. I will tell. Yes, tell the shark story. I nearly peed my pants when you told me this story. Live at 9. What time is it, Alicia? I can't see the time on my phone. Are you ready to go inside?
No, he doesn't. He likes staying outside.
I like staying outside too because the house is like a notch below hell. It's so bad. I keep forgetting what poison ivy looks like. I'll send you pictures because it's growing in like freaking trees here. Oh, it's only 8:30. Oof, I'm not used to being up this early, guys. Normally I'm sleeping still, but it's so freaking hot in that house. We're all up. My kids are even up, and we normally sleep till between 10 and noon.
I'm usually up at 4.
We ate
I don't know why.
breakfast at 7:30.
We had poison ivy reactions a couple of years ago, and we weren't familiar with poison ivy or what it looked like, and we were cleaning out the lagoon, not the lagoon itself, but the surroundings. I was pulling weeds and weed whacking. Me and Michaela were weed whacking and stuff, and we ended up with this funky rash just all down our arms, and oh, it sucked. It sucked bad. Huh?
I had to be lowered down in there.
Junior had to be lowered down into it. Leaves of 3, let them be. Yes, we know that now, Tim.
Thanks to George.
Pictures won't help. I'll just forget again. Brain damage and all that. Well, you'll find out when you have weird bumps all over you like we did. That sucked. That sucked so bad. It's like the more you itch, the more it spreads. So it's like stuck in limbo. Did you feed the dog? Did you feed him breakfast?
Who?
Cook him some eggs and add it to his dog food, please. And then before you let the birds out, you're going to have to take him for his walk. Poison ivy resistant? What is that? Must be nice. What do y'all see now?
That car destroyed.
Oh my good gracious. Must be nice to be poison ivy resistant. I definitely am not. I found that out the hard way. And I barely touched it. Like once I got next to it, I knew what it was. I barely touched it, and like it grazed my skin, and I broke out so bad.
Maybe you're allergic.
Sorry, I had a phone call. You're all good. Phone call is more important than my live. Dan, it's just people next door, honey. I can't wait to not have people next door, guys. It's going to be so nice to be so tucked back in the woods that nobody can see me and I cannot see them.
We're in the woods.
Huh?
We're in the woods.
Our property. We're in the middle of like the forest.
Awesome.
Yes, it is awesome. It takes like from the easement to where we're going to build to our home site is like, it takes like a good 7-8 minutes of straight walking to get back there. And I can't wait. Because right now we're like, I call us like the Christmas tree house because I feel like we're on display all year. People drive by and they stare and they look at what you're doing. Super weird.
Yeah, a stupid white car drives by every night and stares through our window.
I used to be super allergic to it, but I just got over it, I guess. I guess that's what I need to do. I just need to get over it. Oh, 3rd cup of coffee. I think I'm ready to start the day. I think I'm going to hop off here, guys. Start getting some more purging done, more packing. I can feel it's getting muggier. We got so much crap to sell. And then we, bless you, bud. Oh, the sun's in his eyes. Here, move him over. And then we leave Saturday to go to the new property. When will the move happen? Not soon enough. Not soon enough. So we were going to like take it slow and kind of hang out here probably until fall, getting stuff done, prepping the house for sale. But to be honest, having 2 payments, a mortgage and a land payment, not as fun as it sounds. So financially, I think it would be stupid to take our time. So that's why we planned on going to the new property every weekend. making sure that that's a priority that we get over there so that we can, I mean, the only thing that's holding us back is setting up over there. Anything else that needs to be done with this house, we can travel back here if we've got to be here for the sale or to paint or clean up or whatever. We could always travel back here. I'd rather be at the new place setting up and doing all the things. So we went to the new property on Sunday, but by the time we got there and actually started work, it was like 10:30, 11 o'clock, and the heat had set in. So it just made it miserable. I think we worked for maybe an hour. We had ticks all over us. We were sweating to death. Adam stepped on a plank of wood that had 3 nails sticking out, so his foot got hurt, and we were over it. So we left. We went to the creek and we cooled off, and then we went on his live and just hung out for the rest of the night. But this time we're leaving Saturday. We're going to get a little bit work done Saturday evening between like 4 and 9. Then we're going to spend the night on Adam's property, so we could get up super early, like 6, and head over to the new property. Adam, Al, Lewis, and David Hood's going to be there. They're going to start cutting us in a driveway. While they do that, I'm going to be in the back at the home site picking up more trash. Those people were freaking slobs. Okay, I just added her to my list. Who, Country Mama? Yeah, she's good people. She'll be live soon. She's got some great stories, Ed. Well, it is an hour, 11 minutes in my live. Thanks for hopping on and keeping me company. I didn't expect to see anybody. So, yes, they are awesome friends. They're super, super awesome. Like, we got there, we realized that we didn't have a driveway, and Al and Adam were just like, don't worry, we got you. Oh my God, these people. This is why I need moderators, guys. But thanks for joining us live this morning with some chicory coffee, and we'll catch you on the next one.